A forest so massive it covers more than 2 million square miles across 9 countries in South America. That's roughly the size of the entire continental United States east of the Mississippi River. Within this emerald labyrinth lives 1 out of every 10 species known to science. We're talking about 400 billion individual trees, 16,000 tree species, 40,000 plant species, 1,300 bird species, 3,000 types of fish, and more than 430 species of mammals. This isn't just impressive, it's mind-blowing. But here's what really gets me. The Amazon doesn't just exist in its own little bubble. No, my friends, this forest literally regulates our global weather patterns, produces 20% of the world's oxygen, and stores decades worth of carbon that would otherwise accelerate climate change. It's not just a forest. It's an atmosphere generator, a water purification system, and a climate architect all rolled into one magnificent ecosystem. As if you're as fascinated by nature's wonders as I am, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an adventure. The Amazon Basin sits like a vast geological bowl in the northern half of South America, spanning across Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. Brazil holds the lion's share, about 60% of the entire forest. But make no mistake, this ecosystem knows no political boundaries. Now here's where geography gets fascinating. The Amazon rainforest exists because of an incredible accident of geology and climate. The Andes Mountains, rising like a colossal wall along South America's western edge, trap moisture-laden winds blowing in from the Atlantic Ocean to the east. These winds dump their water across the basin, creating rainfall that can exceed 120 inches per year in some areas. That's 10 feet of rain annually. The Amazon River itself, the second longest river in the world but the largest by water volume, was born from Andean snowmelt about 11 million years ago. It flows 4,400 miles from the Peruvian Andes to the Atlantic Ocean, releasing a staggering 55 million gallons of water per second into the ocean. That's enough to fill 7 Olympic-sized swimming pools every single second. This massive river system doesn't just carry water. It transports nutrients, sediments, and life itself, binding the entire ecosystem into one interconnected pulse. The forest itself exists in layers, each with its own microclimate and community of life. From the emergent layer reaching 200 feet high, through the dense canopy at 130 feet, down through the understory and finally to the dark forest floor. Each level has evolved its own rules, its own rhythms, its own symphony of survival. The Amazon operates like a massive biological engine, and I mean that quite literally. Every single day, the forest's trees and plants photosynthesize on a scale that's almost incomprehensible. They pull in carbon dioxide, that greenhouse gas we're all worried about, and through the miracle of photosynthesis, they convert it into oxygen and plant matter. This process removes billions of tons of carbon from our atmosphere annually, storing it in trunks, branches, roots, and soil. But here's what blows my mind. The forest doesn't just affect the local area. The Amazon creates its own weather. Through a process called transpiration, trees release water vapor into the air, so much water vapor that it forms massive flying rivers in the atmosphere. These aerial currents carry moisture thousands of miles away, bringing rain to regions that would otherwise be desert. Scientists estimate the Amazon releases 20 billion tons of water into the atmosphere every single day. That's more than the Amazon River itself discharges into the ocean. Every canopy layer captures sunlight with surgical precision. Every root system anchors precious moisture deep in the earth. This isn't random. This is 50 million years of evolutionary fine-tuning, creating the most efficient biological system on the planet. The forest takes in what we exhale and gives us back what we breathe. It's the ultimate symbiosis between plant and planet. The jaguar, the Amazon's supreme terrestrial hunter. Unlike its African cousin the leopard, the jaguar is built like a tank with the stealth of a ghost. Weighing up to 250 pounds of pure muscle, this cat possesses the strongest bite force relative to size of any big cat. Why? Because it's evolved to hunt creatures with armor, caimans, turtles, armadillos. The jaguar doesn't just bite the neck like other big cats, it crushes straight through the skull or shell. Watch a jaguar hunt and you'll see patience personified. It swims through flooded forests with the grace of an otter, patrols invisible scent highways with disciplined precision, and strikes with devastating efficiency. In a land shaped by storm and shadow, this predator has learned that power doesn't need to announce itself. It simply exists, compact and lethal. Now shift your gaze upward to the canopy, where another apex predator rules the heights. The harpy eagle, named after the half-human, half-bird monsters of Greek mythology, is quite possibly the most formidable bird of prey on Earth. With talons the size of grizzly bear claws and the ability to lift prey heavier than itself, this eagle specializes in plucking monkeys and sloths from the treetops. Imagine a 20-pound bird lifting a 15-pound monkey through the dense canopy. That's the equivalent of a 150-pound person picking up another adult and flying away. These predators share a common trait. Survival has sculpted them into perfection. Every muscle fiber, every hunting strategy, every behavioral adaptation has been pressure tested by millions of years of evolution. They don't waste energy on displays or theatrics. They've learned what the forest demands: disciplined, lethal efficiency. The Amazon isn't all flat, flooded forest. In some places, ancient geological forces have thrust the landscape upward, creating vertical worlds where ecosystems exist in isolation. Take Kaieteur Falls in Guyana, for instance, one of the Amazon basin's most spectacular natural wonders. Here, the Potrero River plunges 741 feet off a sandstone plateau in a single drop. That's nearly 5 times the height of Niagara Falls. The thunderous roar carries ancestral legends of indigenous peoples who have revered this place for millennia. But the waterfall itself is just the beginning of the story. The constant mist it generates creates a unique microclimate where rare species thrive. Carnivorous plants cling to the wet rock faces, trapping insects in the spray zone. Mosses and ferns create living tapestries across vertical stone. Golden frogs found nowhere else on Earth make their homes in the perpetual mist. These vertical worlds demonstrate something crucial. The Amazon is not one uniform forest. It's a mosaic of microhabitats, each with its own cast of characters adapted to incredibly specific conditions. In the trees themselves, we find equally fascinating vertical specialists. The three-toed sloth moves so slowly that entire ecosystems grow in its fur. Algae, moths, beetles, and fungi create a mobile garden. This isn't parasitism, it's partnership. The algae provide camouflage and even supplemental nutrition. Meanwhile, howler monkeys map their territories through resonant calls that can be heard 3 miles away, their enlarged hyoid bones acting as biological amplifiers that shake the dawn air with primordial force. Consider the toucan, that icon of tropical diversity with its impossibly large, brilliantly colored bill. For years, scientists puzzled over why toucans evolved such elaborate beaks until recent research revealed the answer. That massive bill is a sophisticated thermal regulator. Filled with blood vessels, it allows toucans to dump excess heat when the forest gets too hot and conserve warmth when temperatures drop. The bright colors. Their sexual signals and species identifiers all rolled into one. The bullet ant earned its name honestly. Its sting has been described as pure, intense, brilliant pain comparable to being shot. Indigenous peoples use these ants in initiation ceremonies, where young men must wear gloves lined with hundreds of these ants for 10 minutes as a test of endurance. The pain can last 24 hours. But here's the thing, this isn't cruelty for cruelty's sake. That painful sting defends elaborate colonies that can house thousands of individuals working in perfect coordination. Even more impressive are the leafcutter ants, arguably the most sophisticated non-human farmers on Earth. Watch them work and you'll see an industrial operation that would make any CEO proud. Workers cut leaf fragments and carry them back to the colony along chemical highways maintained by their sisters. But they don't eat the leaves, that's the crucial detail. Instead, they chew them into mulch and use it to cultivate underground fungus gardens. The ants have even discovered natural antibiotics to protect their crops from contamination. Humans only figured out antibiotics in the 1940s. Leafcutter ants have been using them for 50 million years. These miniature empires recycle entire forests piece by piece. They break down plant matter, aerate soil, distribute nutrients, and maintain the very foundation that allows the giant trees to grow. True power, you see, is not always large or obvious. Sometimes it's six-legged and no bigger than your thumbnail, working tirelessly in darkness to sustain the visible world above. Marmosets, the smallest monkeys in the forest, have evolved a remarkable social system. Rather than the dominant male hoarding reproductive rights, marmosets practice cooperative breeding. Fathers, older siblings, and even unrelated group members help carry, feed, and protect infants. This isn't just altruism, it's survival strategy. By sharing the burden of child-rearing, the entire group improves the odds that some offspring will survive to adulthood. The spider monkeys demonstrate fluid intelligence in their social networks. Their groups fragment and reform based on fruit availability, a phenomenon scientists call fission fusion dynamics. When food is scarce, they split into small foraging parties. When a fruiting tree is discovered, they reunite to feed together. This flexibility requires sophisticated communication, memory, and social cognition. Then there are the macaws, those brilliant parrots that mate for life and fly in synchronized pairs. Watch a mated pair navigate the forest canopy and you'll see precision teamwork. They call constantly to maintain contact, coordinate feeding, and warn each other of danger. Some pairs have been observed together for over 30 years. In a forest full of dangers, partnership provides security. Coatis, those long-nosed relatives of raccoons, forage in coordinated bands of up to 30 individuals, typically led by experienced females. They use at least 25 distinct vocalizations to communicate about food sources, predators, and social cohesion. Young coatis learn foraging techniques by watching and mimicking older, skilled individuals. Culture, it turns out, isn't just a human invention. The cougar, which ranges from Canada to Patagonia but finds its greatest diversity in the Amazon, patrols vast territories under cover of darkness. A single male might range over 100 square miles, marking his domain with scrapes and scent markings that tell rivals to stay away. Unlike the jaguar, which hunts through ambush in dense vegetation, the cougar is a stalking specialist, capable of covering incredible distances in pursuit of deer and peccaries. But for pure nocturnal specialization, nothing beats the margay, a small wild cat that can do something almost no other cat can: descend trees head first. Through rotating ankles that can turn 180 degrees, the margay essentially walks down vertical trunks like a squirrel. This allows it to hunt birds, monkeys, and tree frogs in the canopy at night when other predators are grounded. Spectacled owls hunt in engineered silence. Their specialized feathers muffle the sound of air moving over their wings, allowing them to approach prey without any acoustic warning. Combined with exceptional night vision and asymmetrical ears that pinpoint sounds in three-dimensional space, these owls are flying death come nightfall. Meanwhile, prey species have evolved their own survival strategies for the dark hours. Glass frogs possess translucent skin that makes them nearly invisible against leaves. Leaf insects perfect mimicry to a degree that staggers belief, not just the shape and color of leaves, but even the patterns of rot, fungus, and damage. Some species even sway gently as if moved by wind. In the Amazon night, the best survival strategy is often to simply vanish. In Bolivia's Llanos de Moxos, researchers have discovered evidence of sophisticated hydraulic engineering. Geometric causeways connect raised agricultural fields across seasonally flooded plains. These weren't primitive farming plots. They were carefully designed landscapes that managed water, enriched soil, and supported populations potentially numbering in the millions. Perhaps most impressive is the widespread presence of Terra Preta, black earth in Portuguese. These human-made soils, enriched with charcoal, bone, and organic matter, locked carbon into the ground centuries ago while creating fertility that lasts to this day. Modern farmers still seek out Terra Preta soils because they're so productive. Pre-Columbian peoples essentially created a carbon-negative agricultural system without even trying. The Amazon was never empty, untouched wilderness. It was cultivated conversation between people and place. A relationship built on deep knowledge accumulated over thousands of years. The indigenous peoples who remain today carry fragments of that ancient wisdom, reading forest signals through sound and scent, practicing a relationship with the land based not on dominance but on reciprocity. King vultures soar on thermals with 7-foot wingspans, their bare heads and powerful beaks perfectly designed for accessing carcasses other scavengers can't penetrate. They cleanse the forest of decay, recycling nutrients back into the system and preventing disease from spreading through rotting flesh. Amazonian manatees, gentle aquatic giants weighing up to 1,200 pounds, graze underwater meadows of vegetation, keeping waterways clear and nutrients cycling. Side-neck turtles persist through ancient design, their unique ability to retract their heads sideways into their shells, a 200-million-year-old solution to predation. These scavengers, grazers, and decomposers close the circle, transforming death into renewal. Nothing is wasted in the Amazon. Every ending becomes a beginning. Every death feeds new life. As we come to the end of our journey today, I want you to understand something crucial. The Amazon rainforest is not some distant, exotic place that exists separate from your daily life. Everything I've shown you today, the breathing trees, the flowing rivers, the intricate webs of life, all of it connects directly to you. Right now, clearings scar the canopy. Fires release stored carbon back into the atmosphere. Poaching fractures delicate balances that took millions of years to evolve. We're losing an area of Amazon rainforest roughly the size of a football field every single minute. That's not hyperbole, that's measurement. But here's what keeps me going: resilience remains. Rain still rises and falls in its ancient rhythm. Rivers still shape continents. The forest still exhales, still breathes, still pulses with that same heartbeat that began 50 million years ago. And that means hope isn't lost, not yet. Not while people like you care enough to learn, to understand, to act. Now let me ask you this. What's one thing you can change in your daily life that would reduce your impact on forests like the Amazon? I'm genuinely curious. Share your commitment in the comments below. Let's build a community of people who don't just watch videos about nature. Let's be people who take action to protect it. Before I go, I want to say thank you. Thank you for spending this time with me today, for caring enough to learn, for being the kind of person who recognizes that we're all part of one interconnected living system. The Amazon reminds us that life sustains life, that beauty serves function, that cooperation often outperforms competition, and that patience and resilience can overcome almost any challenge.